Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to Wednesday's marathon, and this week we have a request, and it's from Zeb. So you're going to know you're going to get something totally obscure, and today he's chosen for me to do Gary Wilson. Now, I'd never heard of him at all, but he was born in 1953 in October, born on the north side of Endicott, New York. He's one of four siblings, and his dad actually worked for IBM during the day and played a stand-up bass in a lounge band in the evening. So he's sort of got a bit of jazz influence. He's a self-taught musician, and he released an album in '77 and then promptly disappeared. But he came back and he's made 17 albums. Now, I'm always like a challenge, but this one was probably a little bit too much. I really didn't connect with this music at all. So this is sort of perspective of someone listening to Gary Wilson for the first time, because it was. So this is not me ranking stuff I've listened to. This is me just listening to stuff, and this is my opinion on it. And if you Gary Wilson fans out there, if you like him, I totally respect that, but he's not for me. So 17 albums. So coming in at number 17, we have got the 17th album. It was released this year, and it's called Come On Mary. So the first track on here is called Lisa Wants to Talk to You. It's very basic. It sounds like it's being played on a Casio, one of them things like on Da 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 by Trio. Is it good? No. I just found it, for something made in 2025, it sounds more like 1975. Feel the Breeze. I found this really bizarre. The vocal delivery is more like talking. It's not singing, and it didn't do anything for me. And the background music is like a vacuous lift music. It's just not my cup of tea at all. Then we have this 47 seconds alone in Endicott. What's it doing there? Because it's just does nothing. Doesn't lighten the album up a bit. Then we get Come On Mary. There's nothing on there that really goes, nah. The next track is called As I Walk in the Night. Now this is a pure instrumental, and it's more of the pleasant ones. It's got some nice little jazzy overtones on it, but that's about it. Mary, Won't You Dance For Me? It's just the same sort of beat from the last two with different words. Run Through the Woods. Now this is actually one of the better vocal tracks. Yeah, he didn't do too bad on that one. Study for Three is just an absolute load of nonsense. It's just lots of noises that don't make no coherent sound. Don't like it at all. Your Dream Is Not My Scene. Just sounds like the rest of the tracks with different words. Sandy, no, it's a little bit of a different tune, but the vocal delivery just is. I woke up into 1,000 dreams. We end up with an instrumental, which isn't too bad. Now this is one of their albums that I just really didn't like. It's the same tune all the way through with different words, and it's not singing. I like the two instrumentals, but that's all I can say about that album, and I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 16, we've got the 7th album from 2011. This one is called Feel the Beat. First track on this one is called Why Did You Kiss Me? A very strange thing. It's all over the place, not very coherent. My Dream Is Yours. Oh dear. Second track in and I was struggling. It's not very coherent. Again, it's just a load of old noises to me. It's not music at all. My Eyes Are Closed. That common theme comes through these albums, I've noticed. He gets a tune, just puts different words to it, so it doesn't really do anything for me. Gary Took a Walk. Now, referring to yourself in third party, it rings alarm bells for me. It's my old life. It's probably the best track on here, and it's not brilliant, but even the vocals not too bad. Gary fell in love with Linda last night. Bit better. It's got a bit of a jazzy feel to it. It's got a little bit of coherency on it. Your smile makes me happy. Some lovely piano on this. It's a proper sort of jazz piano, so it isn't too bad. Feel the beat, the title track, the keyboard bit is so high pitched it makes your ears go, and it sounds like it's being played on a very cheap kiddies organ from Fisher Price. It's got that horrible sound, and I'm not a big fan of that. Something Came to Me. I struggled with this. The vocal is flat. Let's Rock and Roll. It's got a bit of organ in there, a little bit of saxophone, but it's not very comprehensible. Stephanie Was Choiring in the Rain. It's just 2 minutes and 25 seconds of my life that I wasted. I just didn't like it. I Can See Cindy Standing There. Sounds like vacuous lift music you get in department stores. Eugene Kissed Me Last Night. Sounds totally off key with the singing, flat as a pancake. Not for me. Where Did You Go? Again, it just really non-coherent music. Cheryl Kissed Gary sounds like the last track with different words. I Live on Beaumont Avenue. Not too bad, I suppose. Then we get Why Do You Kiss Me reprise. What's the point of this? It's awful, even worse than the first bit. Yet again, there's not much going on this album. It all sounds the same. I really struggled. There's 2 tracks on here that are not bad, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 2.5. Okay, coming in at number 15. This is an album, this is 13th he made with Stevie Moore, and it's called Fake News Trending. Gary does vocals, keyboards, bass and percussion. Stevie Moore, vocals and guitar. Guest artists included Jason Faulkner, Jerry Solomon, Jad Fair, Pal Jenkins, Jimmy Whispers, Babe McPherson and Karen Senfold. First track, Hey Gary, Have You Seen My Girl? Well, it's a different approach to the stuff. Musically it's alright, but the vocals are just awful. Spaced Down, It's Friday Night. The bass line on there is good, and that's about it. Let's Take a Ride into Outer Space, featuring Jason Faulkner. Probably the best track on here. It's probably one of the first track that I thought, yeah, I don't mind that. Walk Away Bounce, it's just toy noisy. There's no music on there. When I hear that beat, featuring Jerry Solomon, some nice piano on that. I'll give it that. Gary lives in a weird world. Well, there's an understatement. I just don't like it. On Our Side, that featured Jad Fair and Pal Jenkins, there's just too much going on. You can't. It sounds about 400 sounds in one place. The Wind Knows It's 1,000 Dreams. It's got that horrible high-pitched synthesizer on. Oh, it just doesn't do anything for me. See You Soon. Well, also when he's singing, he sounds like he's got a lot of pain. I just really don't get that. Then Gary and Stevie's Rock and Roll Show, one of the better songs on here. It resembles something very close to a song. See You Soon Part 2, it's as bad as Part 1. If You Could Only Be With You, featuring Jimmy Whisters. It seems like 5 people all doing their own thing. Very incoherent, that one. French Fries and Gravy in Johnson City. I love the title, but it's just very pointless. It's just loads of weird stuff. The Birds and the Squirrel. This is terrible. I could only listen to it for a little while. It's only 2 minutes long, but after a minute, I've had enough of it. Do You Know What I Am? Featuring Babe McPherson and Karen Senfold. A bit repetitive. It's all right. I've Seen the Future. Again, it's just too many noises doing nothing. Night Time Turns to Morning. The drummer seems to be on a different planet here. He's off on his own little journey, he is, and everyone else just another album that I struggled with. So I preferred it to the other two, so this has got a 3 out of 10. Okay, at number 14, the 10th album from 2016, It's Christmas Time with Gary Wilson. Got this intro called Lonely Holiday. It's just 1 minute of noise, absolute garbage in my books. A Christmas Tree for 2. I'll give it, it's weird, it's a little festive bells in there, but it's still got that high-pitched synthesizer in it. I saw Santa Dancing in the Dark. Now, the lyrics of this are really funny. I had a chuckle about this. Don't like the track, but I love the lyrics. A sleigh ride tonight, very festive. It's okay, it's got that thing, the snow. Yeah. That's rubbish. Holiday, it sounds like it's being played on a Fisher Price organ. Not a big fan of that one. Cindy Wants to Cry. It's okay. At least I could listen to it all the way through. Winter Time in Johnson City. I know I might be upsetting a lot of fans with my comments, but God, this is terrible. Phew. Ugh. It's Snowing in Endicott. Again, it just sounds like everything else. There's no identity with some of these tracks. Lost in the Snow, probably the best track on here. It's sort of got a bit of a festive feel to it. She Danced Near the Frozen Lake. Some really nice piano playing on this. It's not too bad. A Date for New Year's Eve, not too bad either. Santa Claus Is Coming to My Lonely Town. Yeah, it's all over the place. Horrible sound. And Lonely Holiday Exit to just loads of noises. This must have been the weirdest Christmas album I've ever listened to. And we'll leave it at that, shall we? And I'll give it an RTO ranking of 4 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 13 is it an album that he made in 1974. And there was only 500 copies of it. And it actually is on YouTube, which is good. And it's called Another Galaxy. So it's Gary Wilson on bass, piano, tape manipulation. Chris Putrino on guitar, Tyrone Parks III on tenor sax, and Gary Ikelovi on drums and congas. So the first track is Another Galaxy. Now this reminds me, if you remember Spinal Tap's Jazz Fantasy? Yep. It's just a load of old noises. A Study for Three. I think this is a track that's on one of the other albums. This does sound like a load of 7-year-olds been put in a music room and just say, go and have some fun. And randomly doing stuff. Then we've got on the side B, we've got Softly the Water Flows, the only track on here that actually sounds like a track. Hate and Depression. I couldn't find this anywhere on the internet, the only one that was missing. Very bizarre. We've got this Jazz Fantasy, and that's Softly, that was the only ones listening to. So for that reason, I will give it a 4.5. Okay, coming in at number 12, we've got the 8th album from 2015, Alone with Gary Wilson. I Kissed Mary. Last Night I Kissed Mary. There's lots of these tracks like that. It looks like he's recycled some sound from another album and put some different lyrics to it. And people turning up at a party, it's just not me. You Called Me on the Phone Last Night. Quite catchy. It's got a nice little quirky tune, and the vocals for once are pretty good. Then we get a thing called Let's Walk in a Dream. I just wish that ditched that horrible high-pitched synthy sound that goes through your ears. It really irritates me. But the rest of it's not too bad. Linda Walked Away. Again, it's the same tune from Last Night I Kissed Mary with different lyrics. Chromium Clown. It's a bit more melodic and it's got a nice flow to it. It's actually a half decent track. Every Night is Friday Night. It starts off with that high-pitched keyboard and I just switched it off. I don't know much about that. It just sounded awful. 1,000 Trees Were Dancing in the Night. I quite like this in its weirdness. It's quirky. It's got some nice little bits of keyboard. And then in the middle, it sort of changes key. And I quite like the idea of that. I Know That You Kiss Me. The quirky keyboards are good, but I don't like the vocal delivery. Bit flat. Please Don't Make Me Cry Tonight. Some nice lyrics, they're very simple, and it's not too bad, that one. You Looked So Cool When We Were Dancing. I just don't like it at all. There's nothing, it's stoppy starty, it doesn't flow, it's flat singing, it just doesn't do anything. I Really Dig Your Smiles. The drums and keyboards are just not in line, so it doesn't make any sense. Sea Cruise, this one's alright. It's quite funky. I didn't mind that one. I Will Do What It Takes. It's a bit more constructive. It's got a little bit more balance. It's not too bad. One More Kiss. Just lots of new musicians. I'm no musician, but I think I could do better than that. Now, this is one of the first albums that I thought, well, this isn't too bad. I sort of listened to more on this one, and so I thought, oh, we're going in the right direction for once. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 4.6. Okay, coming in at number 11, we've got the second album, and it's called You Think You Really Know Me. And it's got Gary Wilson on guitar, synthesizers, Gary Occhiavelli on drums, Vince Rossi trombone, Greg McQuaid on synthesizer, Dave Haney on backing vocals, and Tom Saloiti on backing vocals. We've got this little short thing called Another Time I Could Have Loved You. It's all wrote. It's got some interesting effects on it, so that's not too bad. You Keep On Looking. I like the quirky keyboard in this. It's very good. Then we have 6.4 equals Make Out. I don't like the vocal delivery on this, and the drumming's a bit off, but the keyboard's quite nice on that. When You Walk Into My Dreams, it's quite listenable, a bit quirkiness. Loneliness. It goes along, and then it just sounds like he's recorded someone taking a leak. It's awful. It ruins it. I don't want it. It's awful. Cindy doesn't do nothing for me. It's just dull and boring. The best track on here is one of the shortest tracks, and it's called You Were Too Good. You Were Too Good to Be True. Short. I love the drumming on this. It's really good. And then we got Groovy Girls Make Love at the Beach. It's got a bit of a groove to it, so it's not too bad. I Wanna Lose Control. I love the bass on this. I like the stabby keyboard as well. You Think You Really Know Me. Does nothing to me. Lots of noises. Chromium Bitch. It's an instrumental. That's one of the better ones. And Then I Kissed Your Lips. It's alright, I suppose. Okay, now there is a few decent tracks on this, I must admit. But I can't see the fuss about this artist. So I'm going to give him this one an RTO ranking of 4.8. Okay, coming in at number 10. The 11th album from 2017. Let's Go to Outer Space. First track on here is called Back Where I Belong. For the first track, it's not too bad. There's some theremin on here, and I like that sound. So it's not too bad. We'll give him that one. Gary Kissed a Mannequin. Apart from the basic drum machine, it's got a quite little quirky beat to it. Lost in Mystery. Now the drum machines, they're actually programmed quite well on this, and it's quite quirky. Gary Feels Cool. The quirky keyboards isn't too bad. Weird World Part 1. Now this is horrible. it irritates me. The noises, it's just, ugh. You're the Girl from the Magazine. Amazing, simple drum machine. And if you keep things simple, they're not too bad. And let me get, She's the Girl from Mars does nothing for me. It's so dull and dirgy. Let's Go on a Walk Tonight. Sounds all over there. It looks like he's had bits from all the other songs and put some different lyrics. I'm Not Ashamed of You. Same tune, different words. I Want to Cry. The best of the worst on here, I think. It's the same drum beat, but the vocal isn't too bad. Weird World Part 2. Not as bad as the first album. This time we've got Chip and Dale doing the vocals. Let's Go to Mars, same old tune, different words. My Beautiful Wife Walked Away, different tune for starters. Wow, but the vocals don't make it any better. My Pretty Little Space Girl. Yeah. Now, people say about my favourite band, Status Quo, they play the same old chords on every track, but you listen to this and it's just the same. Same old chords, different lyrics. But it's a little bit more coherent in places. So I shall give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 9, we've got the 5th album from 2008, Lisa Wants to Talk to You. We have All Alone in Endicott. Lots of sound effects. That's all it is. Lisa Wants to Talk to You. I heard this tune before somewhere in this listening, but it all sounds the same to me. Dance with Linda Tonight isn't too bad. Some nice keyboard tones on that one. Come On Mary, which he does on Come On Mary. Different tune, nice piano on it. And Feel the Breeze, it's okay. I Woke Up in a Thousand Dreams, which is instrumental, so these are all repeats. So Mary Won't Dance for Me, it's okay. Karen Had a Secret, lots of weird noise. One Through the Woods Again. Your Dream Is Not My Scene. So yeah, it's a bit remixy of them, and so I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 5.2. Okay, at number 8, the 14th album from 2020, Tormented. A Special Day. It just starts off with loads of noises again. I do never see the point of them sort of tracks. Happy Birthday to My Girl. It's that boom, all the way through. No. Life with a Sin Eater. Loads of tunes. It sounds like he's thrown lots of tunes onto it and just put them together. It doesn't do nothing. The Sin Eater, same old keyboards with different words again. You Look Cool in Outer Space. Yeah, it's got a different beat. I don't mind that one. The Merry-Go-Round, I quite like this. I love the piano work on that. That's pretty cool. Midnight and You. It really is good. It sounds like it should be on a children's TV programme. It's that good. Really works. I Married Lisa Last Night. One of the shortest tracks on here. But it's a lovely piano piece on jazz piano. It's really good. It's Almost Midnight. Same tune, different words again. Frank Romer is Tormented. This is terrible, and I was tormented after listening to it. Where Did You Go? Another that boom. Yeah, Tormented. It's more of a story and a poem with lots of crash bang wallops going on in the background. Where's Linda? Lots of la-las in this. I think he ran out of words. Gary Lives in the Twilight Zone. I say so. But it's okay, it's quite good. A Sad Town. Now, the lyrics are really good. There's a story here, and it's quite an interesting story. And there's a little bit of keyboard. It's not bad at all. Yeah, this isn't too bad, I suppose. I like that there's a lot of speaking, and some of the words are good. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5.4. Okay, coming in at number 7, the 4th album, Mary Had Brown Hair. A very small tone opens this one. The keyboards are quite nice. It's got a nice little keyboard run, not too bad. Linda Wants to Be Alone. Now I think this has got a nice quirky keyboard and it sounds like he's on helium. But it works. It's alright. He sounds better on helium than he does normal. Shauna Made Me Cry, not very good. I like the bassy synths on it, but I just like that. Don't like that high pitched sound. Okay, Debbie, not too bad. I like the change of beat and the tones on the keyboards on. He sings a little bit better on that. Mary Had Brown Hair. What's this all about? 2 minutes of absolute nothing. It's just loads of noises. Gary's in the park. He's been on the helium again, but it's quite funny. First one on here is a thing called Newark Valley. I just love the helium voice on it. It gets faster and faster. It's quite fun. Sodius Point. It's poetry, which isn't bad. I don't mind listening to the words on that. Gary Saw Linda Last Night. Back on the helium. It's got a little bit of guitar on it as well. She Makes Me Think of Endicott. It sounds like it should be on a 70s cop show. There's some electric piano on it and it's not too bad. Depression. Yep, I was depressed after listening to that. It didn't do anything for me. Our Last Day. It's weird. I just couldn't listen to too much of that. Hold Back the Daylight. He's got a thing with helium on this. Mary Made a Wish. One of the better pleasant tracks on here. Then we've got another version of 6.4 Make Out. The better version of this, it's got a bit more structure. It's better. Same with Chromium Bitch. It sounds a lot better than the other version. And that was the last track. A mixed bag. There are some absolutely things. I think he overdid it with the helium voice, but it's okay. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5.5. Okay, coming in at number 6 from 2019, the 12th album, The King of Endicott. You've got the intro. It's okay. It doesn't, not too bad at all. The Town of a Thousand Lights. It's got a very simple beat. It's quite bearable. The Lonely Park. Now this is more musical and I haven't got a problem with that one. I quite like that one. Walking in the Rain Tonight. Best track on here. Sounds more like a band. Really is good. I Think I'm Falling in Love. Quirky. Pretty solid actually. I was surprised. The King of Endicott, a little bit different. Some nice textures on that one. I Don't Want to Be Alone. Now this has got a little bit of an R&B sound to it. The keyboard and the organ sound really good. And then Lou Jean Lived in Johnson City. After a couple of steady tracks, we go back to the nonsense and all over the place. I Dream My Secret Girl. Simple. It's pleasant enough. Midnight in Endicott. Quirky keyboards. Even the vocal sounds good on that. A Perfect Day in Endicott. Quirky, nice tune, nothing wrong with that one. Mary Walked Away. Soulful feeling. The keyboards are really good on that. Another Dimension. I think the piano work is pretty good, but the rest isn't. It's Summertime. It's not a bad track to end the album. Now I quite got into this album. It's got a little bit more variation, and I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 5.6. Oh, time for a cup of coffee. Okay, coming at number 5, the 16th album, A Beautiful Bliss. So the first track on here is called Treat Me Right. It's actually got a bit of structure. And I quite liked it, which I was shocked about. You're the Reason Why. Very soulful. It's got a really nice tone to it. Then we've got Kiss Me Once and I'll Kiss You Twice. The best track on here. The structure is good. It's got some bells on it, which give it a little bit more depth. Yeah. You Were My Girlfriend. I like the keyboards. The organ sounds pretty good on this, actually. I Want to Be With You Tonight. Very similar to the previous track. So it's okay. Then we get A Beautiful Bliss. It's okay. It's got a little bit of depth to it again. I didn't mind that one at all. I'm living in a magic dream. Now we're starting to repeat ourselves a little bit. Same old tunes. When I'm walking with my girl, very funky. I love the funky keyboards on it. Something that you'd expect on a Prince album, actually. You're the best thing to happen to me in my life. We've gone back into the repetitive of using old tunes with different lyrics. He'll only kiss me when you turn out the light. Not very good. Lots of noises on it. I want to dream with you tonight. Gone back to the nonsense. It's a shame. This album started okay and got, after halfway through, it just got repetitive. But the first bit of the album is pretty good. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5.7. Okay, coming in at number 4, we've got the 6th album from 2010, Electric Endicott. Linda never said goodbye, 36 seconds of nonsense, we'll move on. Electric Endicott, there's some nice guitar on this, which pretty good. So it gives a little bit of depth to the track and a bit more meaning to it. Where Are the Flowers? It's got a good drum beat. I do like how the tempo trains in that as well. Sandy Put Me on a Sick Trip. Pointless, lots of noises. In the Night, got a nice melody to this, I don't mind that. Kathy Kissed Me Last Night. There's lots of songs about girls kissing him. I did notice that. And it's a short instrumental. It's got some lovely double bass and piano on it. It's a gentle drum and I liked it. Probably one of the best things I've heard him do. Swinging with Karen Tonight. A bit of a bossa nova feel to this, so I quite like that. Secret Girl. It's not too bad either. It's got a bit of jazzy guitar and piano. Very nice. The Clouds Cry for Endicott. The double bass is proper and the drums and piano again. I did like it. Where Did Karen Go? Saxophones on it, a little bit of synth on it. It's okay. Lisa Made Me Cry is next. The guitar sounds good. There's a little bit of synth. Yeah, pretty good. She Forgot to Lock Her Door. 36 seconds of utter garbage. Please Don't Break My Heart Today. Quirky. It's okay. Where Did My Duck Go? Now, apparently he had ducks as a child, so it's about ducks. It's not too bad. Now this actually is one of the most listenable albums from Gary Wilson. There's some really good tunes on here, so I am going to give that an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3, the 3rd album from 2003, Forgotten Lovers. Gary Wilson on bass, piano, synths and vocals. Butch Bonito on bass, Dave Haney and Gary Icavelli on drums. Dreams. Now this is really good. I like the synth and there's some nice guitar on it. It's a pretty good track. In the Midnight Hour. Nothing to do with Wilson Pickett, but it's a well structured song, one of the best on the album. Forgotten Lovers. I like this track as well. It's got a really good vibe together. It's a well put together track. Rhythm in Your Eyes. Really good keyboard tones. The phasing on it is really good as well. New York Stuff. There's a bit of bells on it that really give it a bit of depth and a bit of quirkiness. It's so sad, but to be alone. Soulful. I really enjoyed it as well. Soul Travel. The best track on here. Synthetic. It's got it's groovy, the percussion. Chrome Lover. It's a nonsense track. Spoilt the sort of the track. Sick Trick. Trip. It's gone back to nonsense again. It's, you know, we don't. It's just awful. Softly the Waters Flowed. It's a very short piece. It's jazzy, and I like. And the double bass sounds great on it. I Want to Take You on a Sea Cruise. It's a little bit of a continuation from the last track. It's quite good. When I Spoke of Love, it's funky. It's all right. Then we have Another Galaxy, which from '74, and this sounds better than the other one. This has got a bit more guitar on it, and it's okay. You Took Me on a Walk Into My Mirror. It's got a nice beat to it. Apart from one or two bits on here, it's actually not a bad album. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 6.5. Okay, coming in at number 2, we got the 15th album from 2023, the Marshmallow Man. The first track, Hello Marshmallow Man. You thought, oh, this is building up to something, and it fizzles away. Silver Trees and Beautiful Dreams. I quite like this. It's the best track on the album. It's got a very late 50s, early 60s feel to it. It's that little keyboard that really makes it good. Midnight Dreams. It's got a bit of a bossa nova feel to it again. I quite like that one. The Marshmallow song. In comes that high-pitched synth again. Get rid of that and it'd have been all right. Red and Green and Yellow Stars. Oh dear. It reminds me of one of these little child keyboards. My brother had one. It really irritated me. The Lonely Bird. Sounds like the last track. In that magical place, the drum machine and percussion speeds up and down. And everything seems to follow it. And it sort of works. October Night. It's a bit repetitive on the beat, but the singing's not too bad. I Married a Girl from Outer Space. It's okay. I Heard a Ghost Cry. This is interesting. Bit basic. But it's got some nice tones on the keyboards. We'll take a walk into my dream. I like the baithy synths on that. That's pretty good. And Goodbye Marshmallow Man. Lots of nonsense again. Now, this is one of the better albums by Gary Wilson. It's got some good tracks on it, actually. So I am going to give that an RTO ranking of 6.6. But after listening to all of them, the one that I like, I mean, I know a lot of these tracks is repeated the tracks, but for this one, I didn't mind listening to this one. And it's from 2016, and it's Friday Night with Gary Wilson. First track, A Cry Trees into the Moment. It's a typical start to a Gary Wilson track album. Lots of noises. I Want to Hold Your Hand Tonight. It's okay. I'm Going to Take You on 1,000 Dreams. I know I've heard this on the other albums, but this sounds a little bit different. And it's okay. You're the Coolest Thing Tonight. I love the jazz overtones on it. It's pretty good. And then Sick Trip on a Friday Night. So it's a continuation of Sick Trip, but it's a real jazzy sort of overtone. The keyboard's really good. We'll Dance into the Stars. It's got a bit of an Irish tone to it. It's got that horrible high-pitched synth on it, but there's some nice guitar bits. Like a Scene from a Movie Long Gone. Quite good. The Mermaid Song, it's got a quirky drum beat on it. It's not too bad as well. Soon I'll Be Kissing Sandy. Not a big fan of this. I don't like the vocal. Linda, it's got some poppy, funky sounds on the keyboards. Pretty decent. You Made Me Feel My Misery. High-pitched keyboards again, not for me. I Thought of You Last Night. And one of them nonsense tracks. But there is a little bit of piano at the end that's all right. I'll Make You My Dream Girl. Bit of guitar. Sounds very Carlos Santana, that guitar. Sometimes I Cry Late at Night. I love the piano and guitar on that. It's a great track to end the album. As I said, this has been a challenge and a half. But this one, I think it's probably got tracks he's done before. I quite like this one. It didn't give me the cringe-worthy and oh, this is getting on my nerves feel. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. There we go. Unfortunately, I will not be ever listening to Gary Wilson again. I just didn't connect with this guy. There's not, there's the odd track that's okay, but a lot of it for me is just lots of noises, and I just couldn't find it. It was a struggle to even say nice things about, because I just didn't like it. But thank you, Seb, for putting me through the misery. I love a challenge, and this was one of them. Okay, that's all for today. I need to go and have a sit down now. But we'll be back tomorrow, and we've got a cracking sophomore drive. Of course, we've got Mott the Hoople against Roxy Music, and then we've got Pick a Mix, and it's Shining Like the Rolling Stones movie, directed by Martin Scorsese, that I actually saw at IMAX, so I'll be telling you the stories about that as well. And don't forget, it's live stream tomorrow night. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.